Hey, I'm Ray. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to make a delicious pineapple chicken recipe, and it comes together so quick. It's going to be a go-to for you. So let's just dive in because we need to actually make the marinade for the chicken so that the chicken has an opportunity to absorb some of the seasonings. So I want to get that done. We're going to let the chicken sit for 15 minutes once we marinate the chicken, and then we're going to finish it up on the stove. So I'll show you how this all comes together. So we are going to start with Bragg's aminos, which is very similar to a soy sauce, and some coconut aminos. And I'm pretty sure I've showed both of these to you before. This is the Bragg's amino, and then this is the coconut aminos. And this one's organic, this one's not. I have never found an organic Bragg's amino. I wish I could. But it is a soy sauce flavor. This is the juice from one lime, so we're going to put that in next. And then this is several garlic cloves that I shredded in my little garlic shredder, and we're going to put those in next. And then this is date syrup. Now, I know I've showed you this before because I love date syrup. This is made by Just Date. This is one of my favorite date syrups, but also Date Lady makes a really delicious date syrup as well. So either one will do. Now, a lot of people like to use maple syrup, which you could use, and a lot of people like to use honey, which you could also use. I actually like the date syrup better because I find it doesn't spike my blood sugar as much. And as I'm trying to keep my eyes on my blood sugar, that's important to me. So that's why I go with the date syrup. And then this is a seasoning. It's a Japanese seasoning. It's called togarashi. And here's what it looks like. Now, you can get it on Amazon. You can get it at Walmart. You can get it at Target. A lot of the brands, you can get it in Asian food markets. A lot of the brands out there are not organic. So what I like about this one is it is an organic brand. It's pretty much readily available. There are 5 or 7 seasonings in it. Let me think. So it's got sesame seeds, it's got chili peppers, it's got red pepper, it's got orange peel, poppy seed, parsley. What did I forget? I think pepper and a little bit of ginger. So it's a really nice all-in-one kind of seasoning, but because it has red pepper, it's going to give it a little bit of spice, which is going to be really nice in this dish because the pineapple and the date syrup are going to make it relatively sweet. And then as you can see, I'm just whisking it together here. And I want it pretty well combined, and then literally we are going to dump it on the chicken. I have introduced you to my chicken before, my chicken. This is called Mary's Farms. I'm using chicken thighs in this particular recipe, and I like this chicken because it has this certified humane designation, which means the chickens are raised in a humane environment. So there's no hormones, there's no antibiotics, it's organic, and it's happy chickens, right? They peck in the dirt and they live in an environment that is as close to their natural habitat as possible. So anytime I use chicken, when I can, I am going to be using a certified humane organic chicken, which is what we have here. Now, again, I'm using thighs. You could use breast, but get close to 1.5 pounds. That's what you're looking for. This is like 1.4 pounds, so we're close. We're not there, but we're close enough. And now we're just going to dump our marinade over top of the chicken. And then we're going to give it a quick stir just to get everything well combined. Now, I like to use a fork because it kind of tends to grab the chicken better than a spoon. Although I do have a spoon here just in case we decide we want to switch over to it. But I think this is going to be fine. So now I'm going to set this chicken aside, and we're going to let this sit for about 15 minutes. It doesn't have to sit too long. And then we're going to come back and we're going to put it in our frying pan and we're going to get it all pulled together. Now I want to talk to you about the other ingredients. We talked about using pineapple in this recipe, and so we are going to use an organic pineapple chunk frozen package. Now this package is 10 ounces. And it's just cubed pineapple. You could use a canned pineapple. Just make sure it's organic and make sure it's not in any kind of syrup if you're going to do that. You could also use fresh pineapple, which is great. Unfortunately, at this time of year, fresh pineapples aren't readily available for me, so we're going with the frozen. Now, what the pineapple brings to the party, it brings vitamin C for sure. It brings fiber, which is great. It also brings an enzyme called bromelain. Now, bromelain, it's got anti-inflammatory properties. So actually, pineapple, yes, it is a lot of sugar, but it is sugar from Mother Nature. There is no added sugar, and it brings its own nutritional value to the recipe, which I love. We talked about the garlic, which we already put the garlic in the marinade here. And so, I love garlic. I've written several articles about garlic. I use garlic in pretty much everything that I cook. But garlic has sulfuric compounds in it that are great for inflammation as well. So now we have two items in this that makes it an anti-inflammatory dish, which I love. Garlic is also great for your immune system. I mean, I call it a super food. If you want to read more about garlic, rather than going into it here, I'll give you a link to the article I wrote about garlic, and you can read all about it there. So we're also using red peppers, and then I threw in some of these little orange salad peppers. Red peppers are great because red peppers have a ton of vitamin C. I'm not sure if you knew that. They also have beta carotene because of their red color, which is really good for your eyes. And it's loaded with polyphenols. It also has something in it called quercetin. Now, I first learned about this property during COVID, of all things. Apparently, quercetin is very good for your immune system, particularly when it comes to respiratory. So red peppers have a lot going for it. So we're going to put those in, and then broccoli, cruciferous vegetable, fantastic, full of vitamin C, vitamin K, iron, potassium, B9. It's just, it's great. It also has carotenoids in it, also good for your eyes. So we've got, some really nice things that are going into this dish. I think you're really going to like the flavor of it as well. So not just good for your body, but also tasty, good for your taste buds. So anyway, let's let this sit about 10 more minutes, and then we'll be back and we'll put it all together on the burner. We are back, and as you can see, I've got our pan of peppers already started. So I put in a 1/4 cup of vegetable broth, and then I put in the peppers, and they've been cooking for, maybe 5 minutes. So they're starting to get a little limp. And so we are ready to add the chicken. Now the chicken has been sitting for about 15 minutes, so it's very nicely marinated. And it's gonna have a nice sauce because it's not gonna completely evaporate. We'll get that all stirred together. And then we're just gonna let this go until the chicken browns, basically, until it's cooked through. Now, I do wanna mention, just to call it out, we're not using any seed oils or any oil of any kind in this recipe, which is why we use the vegetable broth to saute the peppers. So now we're just going to go ahead and get this all stirred together well, and then we're going to cook the chicken until it gets to 165 degrees. So it'll be kind of light in color when it's done, and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. We have a beautiful, beautiful pan of chicken here. It's been cooking for about 10 minutes, and the chicken looks pretty good. I think we're at a point now where we can add in the pineapple. So we're going to put in the entire package, and we're going to give that a quick stir, and we're going to bring it back up to a boil again, and then we will add the broccoli. Now, I didn't mention when we were talking about no seed oil in this dish, I wrote a really nice article about oils. So rather than talking about why I don't use oil, or I try not to use oil as much as I can, I'll just put the article, and if you're interested, you can go read it on my website. So we'll let this come back up to temperature, and then we'll add the broccoli. And the broccoli, I had already steamed the broccoli, so it's pretty much cooked. All we need to do is warm it through, and we will be ready to taste this. Our pineapple is doused in this beautiful sauce. I wish you could smell it. It smells so good. So I am now going to add the broccoli, and we'll give the broccoli a quick stir. And I love dishes that have a lot of color. So this is one of those dishes, but it's not just colorful. It's tasty, and it's really nutritious. Everything here is well doused in the sauce. We've cooked the broccoli just maybe another 5 more minutes. Like I said, it was already cooked, so all we really needed to do was just get it covered in the sauce and bring it up to temperature so it's warm. So I am going to pull a little bit of this out. I'm going to try to get a pepper, a chicken, and a broccoli and a pineapple. Let's see how it tastes. That is really good. Now you will notice I purposely did not salt this, and I did that intentionally because I want people to be able to add the amount of salt that they want in the dish. I think you're really gonna like this. The sauce is delicious. The chicken tastes delicious. It's well cooked. So the pineapple adds just enough of sweetness. The broccoli is delicious. You're gonna love this recipe. What a beautiful meal in minutes. I hope you're gonna try it. Bon appetit, everyone.